Verse 3, strengthen the weak hands, make firm the feeble knees. Say to those who are fearful-hearted, don't be afraid. Now, how many of you understand when you're afraid, somebody telling you not to be afraid doesn't give you enough information to pull you out of fear? This only works because it draws. I don't have the time to take you through this, but it's in Job and Ephesians, where what we say actually paints a bullseye over somebody that draws the hand of God into a very broken situation. It's not an intellectual debate to bring somebody out of fear. We are often waiting for God to do something, and he's waiting for us to say something. He said, say to those who are fearful, don't be afraid. God will come with vengeance. He will have the last say in this issue. He will have the last word over the situation in your life. We can stand next to one another and we can say, I don't know how he's going to do it. I don't know when he's going to do it, but I am confident. As a loving father, he will have the last say in your given situation. Don't fear. Don't fear, because you make an agreement with the enemy. Let's stop the fear thing, and right now, let's stand strong. And what it says, then the eyes of the blind will be open. So what is this? Encouragement is always breeding or increasing the atmosphere of hope. That's what encouragement does. Anytime you have a word of encouragement, of strength for somebody, you're building in them a culture of hope. Biblical hope is different than hope in our culture. In our culture, hope is like wish. I sure hope that happens. It's a shot in the dark. There's nothing guaranteed. Biblical hope is actually the joyful anticipation of good. It's the joyful expectation something extraordinary is about to happen. Therefore, I'm going to rejoice now as though it has already happened. Hope actually gives you permission to celebrate the answer as though it's already happened. One of the most essential ingredients for a life of victory is maintaining hope. And in the same way, we have people here speaking to one another. In the same way that the parts of our body give strength to the other parts, nutrients are released from one member to another. In the same way, we have the responsibility to bring strength to one another by declaring over them the word of the Lord. So good. The Lord is looking for you to say something. Everybody in this room has a gift, a capacity to prophesy. This word says, say to one another, don't be afraid. But then it says, God will come, and there's the prophetic decree. There are times where the hand of the Lord is actually, I don't know if I'm saying it right when I say restrained, withheld from a given situation until somebody with responsibility, which is you and me, says something, and we make the decree. The Lord is looking for agreement by those he has assigned in redemptive roles to stand in a place where we prophesy to one another. God will come. I don't know how, I don't know when, but I am confident in his role as Father, as God. He's going to come and fully vindicate you. That element of hope, I think, is one of the most important parts of the Christian life. And if you can imagine everybody in this room taking on that assignment right there to make sure when we come together, Paul says in Corinthians, about when you come together, each one come with a song, each one come with a word, with something to give to somebody else. The point is we come into the room or onto the property with a readiness to deposit in somebody else's life.
Yes, come on, sir.
What happens? That creates an atmosphere where it can be said, then the eyes of the blind will be opened. Then the tongue of the dumb will be unstopped. The lame leap like a deer. Then the supernatural invasion of God comes to restore broken places. But it was created by those who gave hope. We have responsibility for atmosphere. Oftentimes, we leave that responsibility up to the worship team or a few people that are leading a meeting.
Come on, sir.
Walk in the door, look for someone to stand with and say, your day's coming. It's coming. It's coming.